Fighting is probably the most brutal sport out there, right? I mean, it's literally two people being enclosed in a cage and forced to try and kill each other.
He's legit crazy. Like, I don't know if he feels pain.
Violence is a very real part of life. What's wrong with it?
And pretty often, we see some insane injuries that are hard to look at. However, the injury suffered by Luke Rockhold in his bare-knuckle fight against Mike Perry is easily the most disgusting in history.
The little knuckles got me. Square on the front too.
And in this video, we'll run you through everything you need to know about this fight and the subsequent injury. So, coming into this fight, Rockhold was best known for his UFC career. Rockhold, though not the most entertaining guy in the world, was a workhorse for the organisation and a damn good fighter in the middleweight division. He'd even lifted the middleweight strap on more than one occasion. Now, despite his success, Luke transitioned away from the UFC to the BKFC in 2023 because he just fell out of love with MMA and wanted to put his focus on something different. I feel like most people would transition into something a little less violent after spending a career getting beaten up. But hey, whatever floats your boat, Luke. Mike Perry had also transitioned from UFC to bare-knuckle, but for very different reasons. Simply put, Perry wasn't a very good MMA fighter. He lost every time he faced a high-level fighter, and a result, just wasn't making paydays. So, in 2022, he made the move to BKFC in an attempt to find more success and ultimately make more money. And, pretty instantly, Perry found success in bare-knuckle. He just seemed to feed off the brutality of the sport and won his first two bouts pretty comfortably. So, the background to this fight was very interesting. Both guys wanted out of the UFC and both guys needed to get that W to move forward and secure bigger paydays with the BKFC. And on fight night, both fought with passion, knowing that a loss could mean the end of the road. As per usual, Mike started heavily on the front foot, pressuring Rockhold, who tried to use his range to land counters off the back foot. Rockhold eventually found early success with this strategy, landing a crisp left hand on Mike's chin in the first 30 seconds. However, the pace set by Mike was simply relentless, and pretty quickly he started to break through Luke's defense, roughing him up on the inside and landing devastating body shots. Mike then found a few massive straights to Luke's chin, rocking him towards the end of the first round. Luke, however, was able to hold on and continue to round two. However, Mike's pressure only became more ruthless in round two, and pretty quickly it looked like this fight was only going to go one way. Then, out of nowhere, Luke took out his mouthpiece, signalling an abrupt end to the fight. At first, it looked like Luke had just quit halfway through the round, but after a couple of minutes, it became clear that Luke had a major problem. Mike had cracked several of Luke's teeth. Luke started bleeding profusely out of his mouth for the next few minutes, to the point where his white shorts literally turned red. Images released the next day revealed the extent of the damage to his teeth, as well as a nasty cut suffered on his lip. Seriously, it looked like he just made out with a blender.
Take bare-knuckle off the list. Some crazy shit. Those little knuckles got me.
All jokes aside, this fight is the perfect example of why you don't play fighting. 4 minutes in the ring with Mike Perry has damaged Luke Rockhold for life, and he'll never be the same fighter again.